Hello friends, welcome into my home and into my kitchen here at All Things Kitchen. My name is Jennifer. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining me today. If this is not your first time, I appreciate you coming back. Today we are doing a pick your battle, and it's going to be a quick and easy thing to do here. If you like fresh garlic in your food while you're cooking and don't like to have to chop it up every time you need it, this is something that will be a nice convenient item to have in your freezer. Instead of chopping up garlic every time you need it or buying the jarred garlic or jarlic as people refer to it sometimes, it does lose its flavor after it's been in that jar for a while, and sometimes you don't know how long it's been sitting on the shelf. So this is a way that you can have fresh garlic in your freezer, chopped up in the manner that you like it, and you can add it to your food in whatever increments that you like. So I have a few bags of already peeled, convenience item for me, already peeled garlic. I didn't want to go through that process of having to peel a whole bunch of garlic. And we're going to get it in the food processor. I'm going to bring it down. We'll get right to it. Oh my goodness, friends, I just opened the first bag and that is some strong garlic. And all I'm going to do is pour these bags, and these are 6-ounce bags of garlic. All the garlic, everybody in the pool, they're all getting minced. Okay, as you can see, I have a good amount of garlic here, and just going to process this up. I want it more of a minced texture and not a puree. So I'm going to try this and see. We're going to pulse it. Oh, squeak. This is the texture that I'm looking for. I don't want it pureed. I don't want it turned into mush. I want fine pieces of minced garlic. What I have done in the past is I have just put these in vacuum seal bags and sealed them up with my vacuum sealer. And I'm doing something different this time. I've also in the past kind of pureed it to mush, and I didn't want to do that. Like I said, I wanted fine minced garlic. I didn't want mush. So I'm going to do this like I did the ginger, and I'm going to use a cookie scoop for some of it, and then some of it I'm just going to put out on a parchment lined baking sheet that I have here, and we will just so that way I'll have some. I know this is 1 teaspoon. This is a 1 teaspoon cookie scoop, and then I'll have some that I could measure out more or less if I wanted to. So nice and simple. We're just going to get this on here and get this in the freezer. When I did my ginger, I put it in the freezer for about an hour and a half, and that was more than enough time. So I'm going to check these at 1 hour in the freezer and see if they're ready to be bagged up. Now, if you have a small food processor, a little mini one, you could throw a couple of cloves in there, you know, maybe at the beginning of the week as part of meal prep, and just stick that in your refrigerator. And you can do that. But I have a fairly large food processor. Mine's an 11 cup food processor. So to just do a couple of cloves in there it doesn't make sense for me. So it's easier to do a whole bunch at once rather than, number one, buying already prepared garlic that doesn't taste as good. It doesn't have as much flavor, and having garlic smell on your fingers or hands because you're chopping it up. And this is just to pick your battle. And my battle is I'd rather do this once and have enough garlic to last me several months, however long this will last me. Last time I did this, I did quite a bit. I think I did 10 pounds of garlic. I think I did 10 pounds of garlic, and that lasted me quite a while. So this was not 10 pounds and won't last me as long, but it's also in a better form for my use. And that's the great thing about doing things like this in your kitchen. You know, you get to decide what you like and get your garlic the way that you like it, not the way somebody else decides for you to have it by buying a jar of garlic. And that's fine if that's what you want to do. That is perfectly fine. But for me, this is what I want to do for my family and for my food to make it nice and delicious. I'm going to get this in the freezer and I'll bring you back when I'm bagging it up. Welcome back, friends. It is actually the next morning. I went to go check the garlic at about an hour. It wasn't ready. I checked it at about an hour and a half. It wasn't ready. Between making dinner, cleaning up after dinner, and then just being tired, I went to bed. So it's the next morning and we are going to bag up our garlic. So let's take a look. So this is what we have here. Everything is it's frozen, but it's not really hard solid like the ginger did, which is fine. It doesn't have to be. My hands are already sticky, but this is what we want to be able to bag this. So I'm going to get this bagged up, and I have a Ziploc bag that I have already marked as garlic because I don't think I will, but I don't want to confuse it with the ginger. I would hate to put garlic in my chai, and I would hate to put ginger in something that I don't want ginger in. So we will just pick these up. And the pucks are falling apart a little bit as I pick them up. Let me angle you down. So you can see that, I don't know if you can see the little pieces falling off as I put them in there. So I'm not sure how successful these pucks are going to be, since the way that I minced this and didn't puree it. And I know earlier in the video I have said puree and minced multiple times, but so yeah, they're falling apart. So well, I know now then not to even bother with it. I ended up liking it better in this minced form with the ginger, and it's probably going to be that way with the garlic as well. So I will just get this in here, and of course I washed my hands before I started. So I've got really clean hands. And you can just see how it's easily coming apart. So maybe when I thought that it wasn't ready last night, it probably actually was, because it doesn't feel super frozen. And it's been in for over 12 hours. So it's definitely frozen. So let me go wash my hands. Got this in the bag, and I will just get the excess air out. And then I'm going to put that bag in another bag again to keep the odor down. That way it will not only keep it from the odor from getting into my freezer, but can also help with any possible freezer burn having a double bag like that. So nothing really major or fancy with this thing. It's just to pick your battle, and that's what I do. I pick my battles. I spend my time where I want to spend my time, and if I can find something more convenient, to just do it all at once and have it ready for when I need it. So if you have any other tips of things that you do in your home, I would love to hear about it. Things that you can spend your time at once, some sort of meal prep that is a little bit different than what everybody else does. I would love to hear about it. Please leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you spending your time with me as we did this quick garlic preservation, and I hope that you come back and see some of my other videos. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Take care.